Okay, here we are on take 7 of this live stream. Apparently, the reason why we keep lagging and getting thrown out of live stream is because of this buffoon, NVR Term, who can't seem to stay in this session, and every time he lags out and then rejoins, every time he lags out, the stream crashes. Every time he rejoins, the stream crashes. This is the guy that is ruining our live stream, and he is refusing to leave the lobby. So bear in mind on that. But yeah, so this fraud is the reason why we can't have a live stream. Is the reason why we are constantly having to do redos of the live stream, because he can't stay connected. So he is at fault. So Lewis, Globetrotter, and Gerard, please knock him out of Q2. just want this live stream to work. But apparently it's not because of Term ruining it. It's just getting very annoying now. So we're in it for Q3. Just hoping it freaking works this time. It looks like Luke is going to be the front runner of this Q3 session. And let's hope this live stream actually stays active instead of crashing and burning just like Term's internet. So that's all it's been doing so far. So Luke is on track now. I don't know if that's Cryptic. Is that Cryptic behind? Yes, it is Cryptic. Okay, so Cryptic behind. There's the Chiller in the background. Jack is out there too. Looks like both Ferraris are out there. Is it? Okay, so that's Cookie that's on that back straight. But let's not go on board with Luke as he makes his way through this track. And yeah, so Q2, we did say goodbye to B1960 Grandpa. He is out. Globetrotter is out. And funniest thing, Mercedes, George, he is eliminated now. He is eliminated too. Yeah, so Mercedes out from Q2. That's actually kind of funny. But anyways, so we're on board with Luke as he roaring on through. And this is where things are going to get quite tricky for this sector. Keeping it really nice and tight. No invalidation, so it's going good. But off he goes. Route and roaring through. Coming out of the last couple of corners. And 27.86 for the first time. And Cryptic responds with a 4.12. And the Chiller right behind with a 5.57. Jack 9.97. And here comes Cookie now to come across. And 4.55. So only 4 hundredths off in P1 and P2. We'll have to figure out what is happening here. So well, looks like the thing is still active, so we're okay until Term crashes again, which means we won't have a stream again. Because, like I said, Term is the reason why we can't have a live stream. So literally, once this goes up on our YouTube channel, you'll be seeing, like, part 1, part 2, part 3. Like, literally, this is, like, take number 7, I believe. So, you'll be seeing, like, 7 parts of this race. Or, I'll just say, screw it, just fire it up to this one, just do this part, and just leave it at that. But anyways, Jacob, 27.014. Almost into the 26s. Now we're just checking out. Oh, we got Lewis and Blonde. As Leighton has had a disconnect, we just noticed that. And oh, Blonde goes spinning. That's not good. There comes Lewis now. So Blonde is going to have to redo his run, and Lewis comes across slowest of the group, 29.2. Now, we did see Leighton is rejoined. Let me check on the Twitch app. See if this works. Yeah, Term says it's the streamer's fault. Then explain this, Term. Leighton disconnected and he rejoined. Yeah, I'm still here. The stream's working fine. So, whose fault really is it? Not the streamer. It's yours. So, well, we're just waiting on Blonde to come back out. Fraud's crashed, so haha, that's funny. Anyways, Lewis, quite a bit of a gap between him and Jack. 1.4, almost 1.3 seconds. Hopefully, Lewis will maybe close that gap on Jack. That'd be pretty. Hopefully, he can close that. Just want to giving Lewis some encouragement. So like I said, 1.3 seconds separates him and Jack for P7 and P8. So hopefully he'll claw that gap down. Oh, used tire run. Okay, never mind. I thought it was a new set. I thought he might have had a slight mishap somewhere. But used tire set. Okay, that's fine by me. Well, hopefully he'll go back out. If he has a new set, he may use it to try to bring that gap down. But anyways, we're on board with the chiller now. 5th place so far in this Q3 session, and if I remember this correct, he is, where is he? 5th in Q3, 5th in the Drivers' Championship. Right behind Luke, only with 4 points separate the two of them. But the Chiller, hoping to do some, hopefully we'll be doing some damage in this race tonight. Now, Blonde is coming back out, just seeing it on the map. Blonde is yet to set a lap, but this lap that is going to get done is the only lap that he is going to be able to do. Now, Cookie is moved out of the way of the Chiller. Now, he is on an out lap, so he may slow it down enough to try. Yes, he is. He is coming out of the tight ends of the corner, and there he goes. He is going to give Jacob some help. Slipstreaming down the line. Look at that, getting it to nearly 215 down the straight. So that is going to really help him out as the Chiller enters into the 26 range, 26,639. And Jacob, 26,684. So even with that slipstream help, the Chiller is still ahead. Wowee. So the Chiller, I'm thinking on that straight, that other straight, that where the Chiller is at now. I'm thinking that's where he got the DRS help from his teammate, I believe. That's probably what it is. He probably got help there. Anyways, Cookie en route. Now this is going to be his last lap of the run. So here we go. So the Chiller is good for now. He is top of the board, and a little smack by Cookie. He's abandoned the lap. So Ferrari will not get another pole, unfortunately, because of that smack. Reese has invalidated. So that is gonna leave. Could Cryptic go for a shot? But yeah, because of that smack in the wall, Boss Cookie loses a lot of time, and he, unfortunately, is there. And actually, Cryptic has abandoned as well. So the Chiller will score pole position in Q3. So the Chiller's first pole in Season 8. Now Jack has abandoned his, and Blonde puts a 6th place. What a move by Blonde there. And Luke goes up in the 5th. That knocks Blonde down to 7th and knocks Cookie down to 6th. So Cookie had to abandon the lap. And that is it. The Chiller pole position. Way to go, Matt. So the Chiller pole position, Jacob 2nd and Reese 3rd. The big 3, one driver from the big 3 are the top 3. Funny enough. So that will end qualifying. This will be interesting run there. Now, I don't remember if the Chiller got one in Season 7, but if he did, that was probably his last time he won. He did get that. And yeah, look at P2 and P3. 3 milliseconds separate those two guys. Wowee. But yeah, so the Chiller and Jacob will make up the front row. Reese and Cryptic make up row number 2. Luke and Cookie make up row number 3. Blonde and Jack make up row 4. And then it is the Aston Martin pairing of Lewis and Term to make up row 5. Now, once we load up into the race itself, we will let you know on the remainder of the field. Once we have everybody in and ready to go. I didn't see who just left. Somebody wound up leaving. Fingers crossed that the session stays where it sits. Let's take a look at the rest of this field. Okay, so we have George and Tadpole making up row number 6. Globetrotter and Leighton making up row 7. Gerard and Tommy making up row 8. Wavy and Zora make up row 9. And then it is Pinarello and Owen in the back row. And that was Wavy that wound up crashing, but we are ready to go. So, looks like Tommy, Gerard, Tadpole, George, Term, Jack, Cookie, Luke, Cryptic, and the Chiller are on the hard compound tire. The rest are on the mediums. So it looks like half hard, half medium. And we'll be ready to go. And, oh, we just lost Owen now. Hopefully he comes back. But we'll be ready to go. But anyways, the 5 lights come on to start the Miami Grand Prix. And it's lights out and away we go. And it looks like the Chiller had a nice start. And looks like Reese is going to jump. Jacob into turn number 1. As Pinarello has not moved. I think he was away because of, yeah, he was away from his controller, and he is now disqualified from the event. But anyways, so Pinarello automatically out of the event, and looks like George has spun out, and there is Gerard too. Gerard has had a problem too. George was in around the top 10. He is now spun out and out. And it looks like Wavy and now Owen's crashed again. So we are gonna try. Well, first up, let's try to get these two back in. Try to get Owen and Wavy back in to this one very quickly. But anyways, so a couple of drivers are moving around, and it looks like Globetrotter went for a little spin. Not sure if he had some help with Leighton. But anyways, Jacob and the Chiller are battling it out for 3rd place. There is Luke right behind. Looking to make a move maybe to go in for turn number 4. No. Jacob covers him off. And a bonk. And a bump and bump between the Chiller and them. And looks like, wait, the Chiller is heading into the pits already. What happened with the Chiller? Did he have a problem? No, no, the Chiller must have made a wrong tire choice. No, he did get a wing replaced. So same with the Chiller. Okay, so that's what happened. But anyways, Reese is now inherited the lead, and Blonde's crash out of 5th place. And there he is, right there. And we have a VSC because of Blonde's crash. There he is right there, crashed in turn number 6. That is super unfortunate for Blonde. He would have hoped for a good race. That is just unfortunate for Blonde. Blonde is out of the event. But anyway, so once VSC is over, and yes, it is over. DRS now enabled as well, and looks like our top 10. It is Reese, Jacob, Boss Cookie, and whoa, more trouble. That's another car around. That looks like that's Wavy in trouble. Lewis in 5th, Jack 6th, Term 7, Cryptic 8, Tadpole 9, Leighton in 10th. And Leighton is now up in the 10th place, but Wavy is in the pits, and we had drivers calling for a restart because of issues, but probably that is not going to wind up happening. So Cookie is up in the 3rd, Jacob is 2nd, the Chiller all the way back in 16th place, George up in the 17th is in 17th. So issues for one Red Bull and issues for one Mercedes. So this is not going to be good at all. It looks like we have more problems. Not sure where. Wish it said where, but anyways, it looks like Jack just overtook Lewis for 5th place. A little loose from Lewis there, but Lewis will have DRS into turn number 1, but too far back to warrant an attack. And the Chiller is going to be taking the fastest lap of the event. We're on board with Cryptic now as he's stuck in this miniature train. There's Lewis trying again. There's Term right in front of him. Let's see if Cryptic is going to try to make a move. He's going to go for he's on the wide side. Whoa, Lewis with a late block. Maybe slightly dangerous, perhaps, as Term and Lewis are fighting for 6th place. And this is going to keep Cryptic back, and this is not what he wants. He wants to stay ahead of Jacob in 2nd place in the Drivers' Championship. Unfortunately, at this moment, it doesn't look that way, as Owen goes for a tumble. In turn number, let's see, that's what, like 10, I think? No, 12 by the looks of it. Not sure what turn it is, but that's where it is there. And anyways, Jacob and Cookie wind up switching the fastest lap of the race. And Jacob has been turned loose. Cookie says that it's been a while for him on pad, so he's going to be the number 2 driver to Jacob. Jacob is free to push. But however, Reese, 1.8 seconds ahead of Jacob, and the gap not changing much. Meanwhile, Cryptic trying again to go for 7th place, this time against Lewis. Term and Lewis switched positions in that chicane, and Cryptic is now dealing with the harassment of the Aston Martin of Lewis, and he really wants to get by these guys as quickly as possible. Here he goes on the outside, and Cryptic is ahead of Lewis, up in the 7th place, now looking to maybe go for another shot. Nope, not close enough against Term to warrant an attack for 6th place. Now it is only lap 4 of 29. We have only 2 DNFs so far, that being Pinarello disqualified after just sitting at the grid. And looks like Lewis has had a problem somewhere, but that puts Tadpole up in the 8th place. And Lewis will fall to 9th, but he's got a decent gap between him and the 10th place car of Leighton, who is in the penalty club, but for a corner cut penalty. Anyways, Tommy, Layton, and Zoran having contact. Oh boy, we got a big wreck. Oh lordy, we got a massive wreck. Oh my, we have a what a massive wreck. Wow. Talk about a major wreck there. That was Tommy, Layton, Gerard, Zora. What a mess and a half. I think the Chiller and Owen were also involved. But safety car is deployed, and Reese has decided he's coming in. Jacob has followed suit, and looks like the Ferraris are in too. Might be risking a double stack between these guys, but a double stack looks like is going to be in the cards for Jacob and Cookie. The question is, can he get out yet? Ooh, despite the double stack, well, Cookie does stay ahead of Luke. Unfortunately, he is not going to be behind his teammate because Lewis, Term, and Cryptic have opted to stay out on the track. Anyway, so we just heard from the man himself, no restart in the cards. Anyway, so some of these other cars are moving away and through. Huh? Hold on. Yeah, we just noticed Cookie and Luke had to switch into places, but I think Luke's an AI, but Luke did return place back. But anyway, so we just had that was a disaster crash there. So anyways, well, so here's what we're looking at. So once the safety car does come in, probably next time by. So here is our grid right now. So we have Cryptic in the lead. Term is sitting in second. These two have not pitted. Reese and Jacob are third and fourth. Lewis and Boss Cookie are fifth and sixth. Check something here. Okay, everything's fine. But anyway, so yeah, it's Reese and Jacob are row number 2. Row 3, it is Lewis, who did not pit, and then Boss Cookie. And then the rest of it, we got Luke in 7th. Today, Tommy in 8th. He has not pitted. The Chiller pitted earlier, basically lap 1. Tadpole, I believe, was one of the tire runners. Did he pit too? Yes, so here it is. So Tommy, Lewis, Term, and Cryptic have not pitted yet so far in this event. But yeah, Tadpole is the last positioning of the points in 10th place. Now, Jack is sitting in 11th. Owen is 12th. George is 13th after an incident on lap 1. Now George with the safety car, this will work. This is nice to his beneficiary. So he'll be looking forward to it, but he'll probably want to hope for another safety car so he can properly change his tires, because I don't think he would want to go 25, 26 laps on those medium tires. Wavy, Globetrotter's in 14th, Wavy is in 15th, Zora is 16th, and Leighton brings up the rear field. He pitted under the... onto there, and apparently the pileup was caused by Zora, according to Leighton, but we'll have to review that, and I know that that incident is going to be forwarded to disqualification. Pinarello disqualified because he did not pop up to go off when lights went out. Blonde sadly crashed at turn number 6, causing a VSC, and then the big pileup on the exit of turn 6 into turn 7 resulted in Gerard being eliminated from the race. But safety car is in, so Cryptic is in control. We're on board with and looks like Lewis had a problem, which resulted in multiple people passed, and it just resulted in 5th back to get a horrendous restart. But we're back in the way. Reese and Jacob immediately get clear of Term into turn number 3, and Jacob and Reese now can hunt down Cryptic. Cookie getting past Lewis on their way into turns 5 and 6. And it looks like Luke is sneaking a peek on the inside. And, oh boy, Luke had to back off. Try to sneak a peek on Boss Cookie, but Cookie shut the door on him. The Chiller gets past Lewis and up into 7th place. Jack is bumped up into 8th place now. And, oh, trouble! Cookie and Luke have had collisions. That is very unfortunate. The two... Cookie and Luke wind up crashing and colliding on that wiggle woggle of the back straight. That's not good. So now Ferrari has had a car with a problem. Who knows what happened between those two, but we just know that those two just basically crashed out of 5th and 6th place. And it looks like Zora has smacked the wall as well. Now Cookie did switch to hard compound tires under the pit stop. Now he is going to have to pit again. Same with Luke, most likely. He's going to have to go and pit as well to get that wing replaced and then get himself some more tires. Anyway, so Luke and Cookie are in. Unfortunately, that is a mess up in their race from that crash and collision. So they're going to have to hope for another safety car to play in their favor. And Reese almost loses it out of turn 6. And that just leaves the feeding frenzy for Jacob now. The problem is DRS is not available until the end of this lap. So Reese is breathing safe for now, but he is still at the mercy of Jacob once they come into the next few corners. And Looks like George has just found himself back into the points, clearing Tommy. And Tommy's stuck with them, and he has Leighton and Globetrotter right behind. These cars move on through. Jacob trying to sneak a peek on Reese, but not close enough to warrant an attack. Like I said, DRS is available once these drivers cross the line, and Leighton clears Tommy for 11th place. DRS back enabled. Reese only 9/10 behind Cryptic, but he has Jacob with him, so a miniature train to start off, and Term is kicking off another one with the Chiller and Jack. So issues have arisen to one driver of the big three teams. The Chiller had a problem opening lap, same with George, and then a collision between Luke and Cookie results in a Ferrari car having problems. Anyways, DRS active now. Let's see if Jacob can try to reel in Reese, but looks like it isn't going to be the case as Term gets moved over by the Chiller up into 4th place now. And looks like Tadpole clearing Lewis up into 7th. Lewis thought about trying another shot, but decided not to. Now down this straight, we're gonna have a fight for the lead between Cryptic and Reese. And Reese would love to get ahead of Cryptic, as Cookie has entered the 3-second penalty club for exceeding track limits. Now Reese, unfortunately, is not there enough to get it done. Looks like trouble in Sector 2. That is in the chicane. That is Zora in trouble. Now this isn't the first time Zora has been drawing controversy. Earlier in F2, he raced in an F2 in Spain. He wound up causing a VSC by crashing. Looks like slightly behind. Looks like Globetrotter tempted for a sneak on Leighton for P11, but Leighton covered him off. Now these guys up front are not even close as of yet, but anyways, Globetrotter does let him through, and Reese gets passed over by Jacob. So Jacob slides his way up into 2nd place. Jack overtakes Term for 5th, and Owen clearing Lewis for 8th. And Owen, by the way, started dead last in this race. Owen started dead last. He's already up in 8th place now. The reason Owen was starting in last was because he crashed during Q1. George and Lewis wound up switching. That's for P9. And now Cryptic is going to be under pressure against Jacob. Jacob looking to go for his 3rd RPL career win. Jacob's looking for his 3rd RPL F1 career win, his 2nd of the season. He won in Australia, now putting some major heat on Cryptic. And he's going to have some help, I think, because Reese is starting to fall away from these two. And Cryptic trying his absolute hardest to stay ahead. And, oh boy, oh, contact, and Cryptic goes for a spin. Oh man, that was a mistake on Jacob's part. I think he braked just a little too late, and it caused collision between the two. I know that was on Jacob. That was his fault by mistake. Hopefully Jacob will let him run back through because of it. And looks like Zora is causing problems again. go figure. He's going to be nearly a lap down. And most likely we're going to see another safety car come into play. So we might as well warn these guys. So alright, so anyways, back to it. So Jacob trying to hunt down Reese now. Reese wanted to take the lead because of Jacob and Cryptic's collision. And oh, not sure what happened with Cookie. Must have had a problem. And Zora has retired. He's out. Okay, so that's what happened. And Jacob does take the lead back from Reese. And apparently the collision between between Cookie and Luke was because Cookie was trying to let Luke through, but his car jolted in front of him, which resulted in their crash and collision. So Luke having some connectivity issues by the looks of it. Potentially. But Jacob is back in the lead. Now, given the incident that happened between him and Cryptic, he may most likely be subject to a 5-second time penalty as Reese is trying for another shot, but not close enough. Not close enough in this instance. Reese, Wavy is now in the penalty club. George we're on board with is hunting Owen down for 8th place. And as for the back half of the points, look who's in, and check out who's in 10th. It is Globetrotter. Globetrotter sitting in 8th place. Sitting in 10th place. And it looks like Reese and Jacob are fighting. Whoa, little lag spike on Jacob's end. Yeah, we're having a bit of a problem here with the lag. Lag is like going mental here. But Term is in the pits now. Cryptic is sitting in 3rd place. The Chiller is sitting in 4th right now. So we're trying to figure out this issue with the lag here, but not sure what's going on. But literally, the top 3 are having problems. Let's see. Looking at our newest fights. Cookie speeds in the pits, and Cookie is eliminated. Cookie is out. So Cookie is done for the day. So 2 incidents ends him. And yeah, so that ends Cookie. Tommy is also in the pits, but anyways, here comes Jacob now. He's got Reese to deal with. And Reese going in for a shot, and he is ahead and takes the lead in the Miami Grand Prix. Cryptic sitting in third. Now remember, because of the incident between Cryptic and Jacob, there is going to be some slight animosity between the two. And Jacob does face a penalty for what has happened as Leighton goes spinning in turn 7. Trying to get himself back in the wraps, and he's back off and away. So we'll be back on the green very shortly. There comes Jacob again on the inside against Reese. Nearly came together between the two. They nearly touched again in the final corner, but Reese trying to stay ahead, and he does, but Jacob with a switchback move, but a poor exit out of turn 2 is not going to help him much. And Cryptic is just watching this, thinking on when to strike. So there's only 11 laps left in this race, and Leighton has crashed again. Is that an incident again? And DeChiller now going to be joining the party. He has caught up to this group. As these guys are thundering their way down this straight. And it looks like Jacob not close enough to go for a shot on the inside, but it does bring Cryptic slightly closer. Chiller sitting in fourth right now, provisionally third, with that penalty that Jacob could be subject to at the end of this, after this race, because of the incident between him and Cryptic. That is, if Cryptic decides to send in a penalty, send in a clip of it. And Jacob now goes ahead again. This time Leighton is off into the pits. Actually, no, Leighton is just sitting on the track. And the game just automatically reset him. Automatic reset by the game, but Leighton in the pits, he's out. That is retirement number 6 of this race. So Jacob now back in the lead. Reese sitting in second. Cryptic now in third, is still in third. And DeChiller still in fourth. And Jack sitting in fifth, 6 seconds behind this pack, and falling even further. It looks like Jacob is now thundering away from this field, but the question is, he needs to break away from this group, and even if he does get a 5-second penalty, he has to get clear of these guys. But right now, it's not that far. It's not much, because literally he's 1.5 seconds clear of the 4th place car to Chiller. Meanwhile, Owen and George are fighting, this time for 7th place. Owen's putting on a hard fight against the Mercedes driver, George. So far in this race, we have seen basically in terms of drivers from their respective academies, we have 5 Ferrari Academy drivers and 1 McLaren driver, Alpine Academy driver out, as George makes a shot, Owen gives him a smack, and George up into 8th place now. Now Pinarello likes that disqualified. Blonde crashed in there, and Owen sends in a bonsai move in turn number 1, gets back into 7th place, and stays ahead into turn number 3, but George putting up a fight against that. Now Jacob's gap to the guys behind him. Jacob is currently 2 seconds clear of the 4th place of Cryptic now, as DeChiller switched over with Cryptic. DeChiller now going to go push for a win. Yeah, so literally Jacob 2.1 seconds clear of Cryptic. He's got to get an additional 2.9 seconds. Yeah, I just noticed that we just lost the stream. I'm very sorry about that. It was because of Cookie that, because someone would leave him. But anyways, George and Owen are battling it back. Okay, looks like we're okay. Should be okay now. Anyways, let's try this again. Alright, so we're back at it. So it looks like everything's okay. So Jacob is still leading this race, where he is almost at a DRS range against Reese. He is 2.2 seconds clear of the Chiller and 3.3 seconds clear of Cryptic. He's still got some more ground to do in order to keep that position safe. Anyways, Tadpole and Term have pitted. That puts George up in the 6th place, who finally gets clear of Owen. And Globetrotter is sitting in 8th. And, Luke is back in the points in 9th place. And Lewis is sitting in 10th. Now looking at the gaps now. 0.8 of a second between Jacob and Reese. 2.4 seconds separate Jacob from the Chiller. And 3.7 separate the Chiller and Cryptic and Jacob. And actually, Cryptic is heading into the pits. So Jacob is going to be keeping that 3rd place. And Lewis has lagged out. Lewis in 10th place lags out. Let's see where Cryptic is going to come out. He is in 5th right now, so he falls to 5th behind Jack. Now the question is, will the Chiller? Let's see what these guys' tire lengths that are on. So Jacob and Reese on 17 lap old hards, and the Chiller on 22 lap old hards. So probably in the Chiller's case, those tires are going to be screaming if they're not that badly cooked. Now the Chiller is almost 3 seconds behind, over 3 seconds behind Jacob. There is only 5 laps left to go in this race. Now Reese and Jacob are still fighting it out for the win. Now, like I said, if Jacob does get a penalty at this moment, it'll dump him to 3rd, and it'll give Reese his first win since season 5. And it will break Ferrari's winning streak. As we move on, Let's see. So 3.3 seconds separate Jacob and the Chiller right now. Even if, but we'll have to wait and see what happens here. But anyways, looks like Globetrotter and George are fighting. This is for 7th place, and Globetrotter gets ahead. What a move there. And looks like Cryptic, faster against Jack, gets back into 4th place. But Globetrotter gets ahead of George. Wow. How old are his tires? Well, 23 lap old mediums. That would explain it. I think those mediums are just done. I think those mediums are pretty much cooked and dead, to say the least. But Globetrotter still putting up a fight against George, but no. George gets back ahead and stays ahead. Well, it's so good, and the Chiller is in the pit, so Jacob will be keeping 2nd place now. So the Chiller is in the pits, and looks like he is onto a new set of medium tires, and he is gonna. And looks like he is gonna be coming out behind Cryptic. There he is. So the Chiller will be in. So the Chiller will be in 4th. Maybe subject to attack by Jack. So Jacob is still ahead right now, but that finish could be subject to a problem. So Jacob is still the leader. Reese sitting in 2nd. Looks like we're gonna have a 3-way fight. George is now still being attacked by Globetrotter, but this time Luke is joining the party now. This should be interesting to say the least. Let's see if Globetrotter can try to warn another shot. 3 to go in this race. Globetrotter is trying his best. He wants to get there, but the Chiller just got himself into the penalty club for track limits. Well, this is unfortunate there. Fun to stoop. Found out. Put into the Discord. The submission will be open at the conclusion of this race. Yeah, the clip submission will be open, and here comes Luke, looking to go for not 1, but 2, and he gets it done. Globetrotter trying a shot 2. And looks like George comes out worse of it. While George is being risky, going in for a shot in chicane, but no. The Chiller does steal fastest lap of the race. 2 to go. Can George do a move? Oh, he sent an ace spins Globetrotter. He smacks Globetrotter out of the way. And Globetrotter off into the wall. That is unfortunate there. But Globetrotter he could stay out. He would have had points. But Grogger's sending an attack didn't work. Globetrotter out of the event. That is just heart-wrenching. Globetrotter was looking for points, but George ruins it by sending in a shot and dumps him out of the way. Wow. Well, anyways, last lap coming up. It is going to be Jacob leading it. But Globetrotter out of the event. Reese over 1.4 seconds behind, and it is a long shot. Cryptic will be sitting in third. So even if Jacob does get subject to a penalty, he will only fall to second place in this event. But so unfortunate for Globetrotter. He was looking for a strong end to the race, but unfortunately it just all goes south. So unfortunate for him. Anyways, here comes the field now. Looks like Luke is now eyeballing Owen. This is for 6th place between these two. They are teammates and they are friends, so this should be interesting spectacle to say the least. Anyways, as we're looking at this fight here, wonder who's going to be coming out on top on this one. Well, we might need to make it quick because the first of the cars are coming across. Now, if a clip does get submitted, this could go either way, but unofficially, Ferrari goes 5 for 5. Jacob wins in Miami. Reese comes in second. And then it is going to be a long way until our third place competitor crosses the line. And it is going to be Cryptic to come across in third. And DeChiller will finish in 4th place, even with that track limit penalty. Now we have a long way to go for there. We have a fight for 6th place between Luke and Owen. He's going to have to make a bonsai shot maybe towards the end. Jack is going to come across. Is just going to be coming across the line now. He is going to be in 5th place. Luke and Owen side by side. Into the front. And it is Luke by a few hundredths of a second over Owen. Wow-wee, what a fight there. George will be in 8th. Tadpole 9. And check this guy out. Today, Tommy, lone driver from Ferrari to Williams, a Tier 2 driver in Alfa Romeo. He's scoring his first F1 Tier 1 points, and he gets 10th place. Way to go, Tommy. What a job there. Tommy in the points to wrap it up in 10th. Lewis in 11th. Wow-wee. Well, that's going to be a conclusion there. Well, once this thing loads up. But unofficially right now, Ferrari 5 for 5, but that is up. But that's going to be depending on what happens between Jacob and Cryptic if the incident does go through. But anyways, Jacob unofficially the winner. Reese in second, Cryptic third, the Chiller 4, Jack 5, Luke 6, Owen 7, George 8, Tadpole 9, and Tommy in 10th place. So that was That was wild, to say the least. So we will conclude the stream for this time, despite all the issues that we had prior. So very sorry about that. So we are going to move on to next week's events. So Friday, Tier 2, will be racing around in Silverstone. F2 next Saturday will be racing around in Baku. And F2 was in Spain earlier today. That's where F1 will be. They'll be racing around in Barcelona for round 6. So from RPL Streams this time, I will say good night and have a good one.